Hello everyone. Now I am showing my polling system API project. This is the project. First of all, we have to sign in. So for sign in, you can manually sign in, or you can use the sign in with Google option. I'm using the sign in with Google option. Okay. So now I'm logging with this ID. Okay. So this is the project. First of all, we can add a question. Let me add a question like, "How are you?" Okay. Now I can enter option. Fine. Okay. This can be an option. And then good, this can be option, and then bad. Okay, this can be option. I am seeing the option which I have added here. Okay, now I can submit this question. Okay, when I submit this question, I will see the question here. Okay, I can delete this question from the quiz if I want, and I can delete an option also if I want. Currently the votes are 0. Okay, I'll show you how to do voting. Now let me add one other question. Is Delhi capital? Okay. Its option can be yes, and next option can be no. Okay, so now I will submit the question. So I am seeing here are the questions which I have added. Okay, now if I want to generate the response from this API, I will click this. Huh? So when I click this, I get this response. This is the question which I have added. How are you? It has options. Option number 1 is fine. Votes is 0. Currently the votes is 0. When we go to this link to vote, then the votes will increase. I'll show you this. Okay. This is the second option, third option, and this is the second question. Is Delhi capital? Yes or no? Okay. Now let me show you how to vote. Okay. We will copy this link. We will paste here. Okay. So the voting has done. Now I can see the votes has increased from 0 to 1. Let me show you once again. The vote should become 2. Okay. When I do this again. So let me copy this link again. Now you can see the votes are 2. So the votes are increasing. Okay. I just want to show you this. Okay. Now we can see the how the response is generated using Postman. Okay. So we delete the previous URL and now paste the URL and then send. Okay, so we are getting the response here also. Okay, so this API is working fine and showing all the data which I have entered. Okay, we can add more questions also. Currently we have added 2 questions. Now I'll show you if I want to delete an option or a question. Okay, now if I want to delete this bad option, okay, yeah, this good option. Okay, I'll remove it. Okay, the option is deleted. We can see the flash message also. Option deleted successfully. Okay. Now I can delete a question also if I want to delete this Delhi capital. Is Delhi capital? Okay, so I'll delete this question. So the question is deleted. We can see the message. Question deleted successfully. Okay. Now if I generate, then I will no longer see the second question because I will delete it, and I have also deleted the third option. I say sorry, the second option. Okay, that is good. Okay, so we are left with only 2 options, find and drag. Okay, so the delete is working properly. API is working properly and adding questions is working properly. Okay. Now I'll show you the code structure. First of all, this is the README file, which says this is a MERN stack project. We have to use these 3 software, and these are the list of all the npm commands which we have to do in our terminal. Okay, to run this project. Now go to index.js. Whenever these are all the files which are required. Okay. Now I will go to the routes index.js. Okay. So when I do localhost.data, okay, so I am redirected to the home page. This is the home page. Okay. So when I use this, I'm redirected to the home page, and this is the function in the home controller which redirects me. So this is the function which redirects me to the home page and also sends the all the questions list which I fetched from the database. Next. For other requests like users, questions, and options, we have created separate jobs. Okay, let me show you the users. Users is basically for the signing in, sign up, sign out of the user. Okay, And there is also facility of resetting a password. Okay. And I'll show you one thing. When I have logged in, okay. So when I've logged in, I have got a mail that you have logged into this using this ID. Okay. So this is the new sign in. You can see this. Hi, Piyush Bhatnagar, your sign in is successful in the, okay. So I can see the message also. Now we will go to the code structure. There is the Google authentication which we use. Okay. Now the questions. So there is a request for creating the question. Okay. For creating the question, we will go to the questions controller, and there is a function for creating. We will fetch the text from the. We will fetch this input button. Okay. Value which we have entered here. So the question will be fetched. And for options, we have traversed the request.body. Okay. We have not traversed the first element of the request.body because it is the title of the question. Okay. We need other elements because those were the options. Okay. So for the other ones, we have fetched the options, created an object. Okay. Then added option number to it. Then added votes to it. Then added a link to vote to it. Okay. Then saved and then push it in a array options. Then we have created the question and use that array in options. Okay. Let me first show you the models also. So for the options, we will store the option number, we will store the text of the option, we will store the number of votes, we will store the link to vote, and we will also store the question reference. Okay, of which question this option belongs. Okay, to which question this option belongs. Okay. For question, we will store the title of the question and the list of options. Okay, which is a reference to the option model. Okay, this is the reset password which we use. In the reset password, we just send the OTP to the person for resetting the password. Then it enters the OTP and it gets verified. Okay, and then we can change the password. User.js, this will the information of the user which is signing in or signing up or signing out. Okay, email, password, name, avatar. Avatar is for the photo. So this is that, and we were talking about the controller. So I have told you the home controller. Now we will move on to the options controller. Okay. We were on the questions controller first. Okay. So we have created the question. This is the function to delete a question. Before deleting the question, we will traverse the option and delete it. And also we will traverse all the options to which for all the options this question contains. Okay, we need to delete those options from the database also. So we have done this here. Okay. This is the function for generating the API response. We are sending the JSON response. Okay, by fetching the data from the database. Okay. Now the options controller, we have an option to add vote. Like I've showed you, we go to a external link and then the votes got added here to appear. This is because of this function. Okay, we have increasing the votes when we reach this function. So this is about that, and this is the function for deleting an option. I've shown you this for deleting an option. Okay, like I click on this, so this option is deleted. Option deleted successfully. Okay. So this function does this. It deletes the option. Now next is user. User has basic sign in, sign up, save password, reset password, all the options. Then there is middleware for the flash messages. We are connecting to the MongoDB using this Mongoose. Node mailer is for sending mail, like when we reset our password or when we sign in, we send mail to the user. Okay. Then there is Google authentication, local strategy for passport also. Okay. Because we have to use local authentication everywhere. You know, because no unauthorized person should access the data or add questions. So we have added password.check authentication everywhere. Okay. For generating the API, we have not added it because I want to show you in the Postman that we can fetch data or anyone can fetch data. So this generate API request must be public. Okay. But other all requests are private. They are just for the authenticated user. So this is done, this is done. Then there is a CSS files for the page, and there is JavaScript file. Uh, like I'll show you. When I type an option, how are you, and then I enter an option like okay. So when we click on this button, add option, this option gets appended here in the this is a container, actually div container. So we append that message here. So this is done using this static file. Okay, we have added a event listener to this. Click event listener. We have okay, and then we have appended this new option in the options container. Okay, this is hash option, and this is the options container. Okay, uh, this is all, I guess. This is all about the project, and there is nothing more. Like I have shown you how to create a question, adding options, then adding votes using Postman. I've explained you. Then deleting a question is shown. Deleting an option is also, and view a question on the home page. These are all the route which I've used, and similar to this, my response is generating. That's all. Thank you.